I have a roommate who sleep yells, okay? Not sleep talking. Like, that's normal. Like, normal sleep talking, where they're like, guinea pigs, whatever. They're not mumbling. They're shouting clear words. Not only clear words, but it's more clear than the way this person actually speaks when they're awake. I was sleeping recently. This is my roommate, too. Oh yeah, I said that. I already fucking said that. This is my roommate. It's like 3 a.m., right? And I happen to be up pretty late that night. I'm dozing off to sleep. I'm falling asleep. I'm in this mode, right? And then I hear, this is what I hear. You guys are fucking assholes. And I jump up out of bed thinking there's a fight or something. No, he's sleeping and he's screaming expletives in his sleep. How does that happen? And I can't help but feel a little bad. Like, it is annoying, but I can't help but feel bad because he must have some type of PTSD or something. Well, I don't know, man. That's one example of the type of stuff I have to live with. Do I have something in my teeth? No, we're good. But I'm under this nice structure here. Isn't that pretty picturesque? That's nice, right? And I have another housemate, right? I have another housemate. Now this guy, he's one of the, and this is actually what I wanted this video to be about. And this is what it's going to be about. I just wanted to say that thing about the yelling in his sleep. It was a little bit of a hook, you know? I don't know if it really worked, but I have another housemate, right? He's a typical example of people who are always the quickest to give advice. Are always the people who don't listen to their own fucking advice, okay? The people who always are quick to respond with, oh, you gotta do this. Oh, you should do that. Oh, don't you know that? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, don't you know that you shouldn't, or you should? They're always the people that should clearly be spending more time focusing on themselves and not telling other people how to live and what to do, right? I got a roommate like that. Housemate, whatever. God bless his heart, okay? He's not a bad guy. But he's one of those guys. And he's always like, he always says stuff about, like, if somebody asks him a question or whatever, he'll be like, oh, I'm just minding my business. Like, you know, he's acting like people are being nosy when they ask him questions. Meanwhile, he's up in everybody's business all the fucking time, right? He's up in everybody's business all the time. And he's one of those people, you know? Spits out advice constantly. Says that you shouldn't be in his business. You should mind your own business, yet he's in everybody else's business, right? So today, I was cooking dinner, okay? I like to chef it up, okay? I like to cook. I was making, I was in the mood for pasta. I had rigatoni. I had organic rigatoni that I got at the grocery store. It was on sale for 99 cents, okay? So I got my rigatoni. I got my crushed tomatoes. And I got this very nice chicken sausage, roasted garlic Asiago flavor, whatever. So I chopped up the garlic sausage, chicken sausage, into little chunks. Made my, and yellow bell peppers. I chopped all that up. I put it into my tomato base. And I made the rigatoni and put in my seasons, my herbs, my spices, a little bit of a Thai basil, which my brother just introduced me to the other day. It's very good Thai basil. It's an acquired taste. If you don't like stuff that tastes like black licorice or anise, I don't think you're going to like it. But it's got a hint of black licorice taste, but it's mostly like citrusy basil. But anyway, said housemate comes home from whatever he was doing as I'm cooking, he's like, man, you eating pasta again? I'm like, what do you mean eating pasta again? He's like, you eat a lot of pasta. I'm like, I don't eat a lot of pasta. I eat it on occasion. I don't eat a lot of pasta, right? I'm getting mad just talking about it. This is just one of those things. This is just one of those, like, little things in life that just drives me up the fucking wall. So he's like, oh, you eat a lot of pasta. And I'm like, I didn't even say it with an attitude. I just straight up told him, I don't eat a lot of pasta, actually. Maybe that was a little bit of an attitude, but I said I don't eat a lot of pasta, actually. And he knows, you know, I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I'm a big, yeah, you guess you can kind of see it. I'm a big dude, all right? I gained a lot of weight from glug, 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 drinking a lot of malt liquor and lagers, okay? So, I'm working on that. I've been trying to count calories and everything. And I'm like, fuck it. Every now and then I want to spice it up. You know, I every now and then I want to spice it up and have some pasta. I mean, I don't eat it all the time. Once, twice a week, maybe. And when I do, it's not much. You know, I count calories, and mostly my diet consists of lean meat and vegetables, right? And, like, oatmeal. That's what I eat. Every now and then I'll have, like, a slice of bread with something on it, or a little cup of pasta, alright? Nothing crazy. I'm still counting the calories, okay? So, he's like, oh, you're eating a lot of pasta. I'm like, no, I'm not actually eating a lot of pasta. And he's like, you're eating pasta 2 days in a row. I wasn't eating pasta 2 days in a row. This happened earlier today. I was making the pasta, right? This interaction happened just a couple hours ago. I said, so he says, you ate pasta 2 days in a row. And I told him, I didn't eat pasta yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, oh, okay, you know. Fucking gets all butthurt because I'm showing him how his perception of reality is false. Okay? So I say I actually didn't eat pasta yesterday. I'm eating pasta right now. And I said, yes, I'm counting calories. I try to avoid carbs, but I don't entirely avoid them. I like to have them every now and then at a reasonable size. Portion is what I meant to say. At a reasonable portion. So, that interaction pissed me off, okay? And then, so I'm standing there. Like I said, he gets home. First thing, this is so in his fashion. He walks home. He walks into the house. And before saying hi, before saying anything, right? The first thing he does is bitch. The first thing this man does, okay? It's always on his mind. This is what I mean. He's always up in people's business. He tells people not to mind their business and not to be in his business. Meanwhile, he's over here clocking my pasta intake. He's up in our business now. So I had to something popped up on my phone. I had to click it out. So he's up in my pasta business, okay? So he comes in, he says that. I'm still at the stove, you know, I'm cooking my pasta and everything. He's over there sitting at the table doing his shit. And I'm thinking about it as I'm stirring the pasta, and I'm like, sorry, I had to stop filming for a second because somebody came by and they were curious what I was doing, so I had to tell them I'm making content. Okay. So, where was I? Yes. I'm at the stove. He's sitting over there doing his thing. I'm at the stove thinking about that little interaction, right? I'm cooking. I'm stirring the chicken sausage meat sauce. And then I say, you know what? You know, man, you don't have to worry about me, man. I'm counting calories and everything. And he responds with, oh, I'm not worried about you. You're a grown man. You can eat whatever you want. Now, take note of that response because it's very clear what happened. When I said, you don't have to worry about me, man. I'm counting calories, whatever. When I said you don't have to worry about me, that subliminally gave him a message saying, hey, you're up in my business. Aren't you against people being up in people's businesses? Or are you just against people being up in your business while you go around being up in everybody else's, right? So, it seemed like he received that subliminal message and he internalized it, and I could see him react to it on his visage, okay? Now, so he's one of these people, right? Does not practice what he preaches, okay? He's always quick to give people advice, tell people what to do, and all that shouldn't do, blah, 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 okay? Now, that's very in his fashion. God bless his heart, right? God bless his heart. We're all on our own journey, right? So, this can't happen on camera. What were you saying? Oh yeah, so he was one of those people that do that, and also he's one of those housemates that he's the cleanest, he's the most responsible, he's the hardest working, he's the blah blah blah, he's the best at this, the best at da 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 da. Okay, now, like, whatever. You know what? Whatever. Give me 1 second here. Did you see that? There was a mosquito following me. There was a mosquito like hovering right above my water bottle. All right. And you know, people are just, you know, it's interesting, man. We all come from different things, right? So I don't know. He's a nice guy aside from that. Aside from him poking his fucking nose in everybody's business. Ah, man. So what's new with you? So I got, excuse me. I got the sleep yeller, and I got the guy who is in everybody's business and clocking their pasta intake and doesn't mind his and doesn't mind his business, but wants everybody to mind their business when it comes to him. Oh, here's another thing he said recently. I brush my teeth once a day normally, usually in the evening or before bed, right? In the morning, I might just do a little mouthwash or whatever, but I like to brush my teeth at night. Some of you might think I'm a gross fuck for that, okay? Whatever. I'm getting ready. He's my roommate. We're in a bunk bed. I'm in the top bunk. He's on the bottom. We both woke up around the same time recently. I'm headed out to go do something, and he goes into the bathroom while I'm getting ready. I'm getting dressed, get my backpack and everything. And as he's coming out of the bathroom, he sees me dressed with my backpack, walking down the hallway, ready to go out the door to start my day. And he goes, "Wait, did you use the bathroom yet?" And I said, "No, what do you mean?" And he's like, "Bro, you didn't brush your teeth?" Huh? These are those things that make me angry just talking about it. He said you didn't brush your teeth. I said, dude, I do that at night. He's like, this is what he does. He goes, no, man, you gotta go brush your teeth. He points to the bathroom and says, nah, man, you gotta go brush your teeth. I'm a grown-ass man living with another grown-ass man who I'm not even related to. And he's like, no, you gotta go brush your teeth. Why are you clocking when I go to the bathroom and what I do in the bathroom, son? It's craziness. Like, it's craziness. He's clocking my pasta intake. He's all up in my pasta business. He's all up in my food business, and he's all up in my bathroom business. It's like he doesn't want anybody asking about his business, and he always said, mind your business, right? Mind your business. Meanwhile, he's telling me to go brush my fucking teeth. Bro, I don't even pay attention to when or how long or what people do in the bathroom. Why is your mind even thinking about what I'm doing in the bathroom? You know what it is? Some people just don't want to deal with themselves. People like this always have a lot in their soul and their mind that they have to work on. And instead of facing that, instead of facing in, they face out, because it's easier to poke and prod and and get critique other people's business instead of critiquing your own biz. I'm out.